So many mistakes, so little time. Welcome back to the next episode in a series of episodes that I'm putting together, focusing in on the biggest mistakes that international students make when applying to selective colleges and universities in the United States of America. Today, we're going to focus in on how international students relay information about their extracurricular activities on the application to colleges that they are applying to. So most students internationally are going to be using the common application, but a handful of students, well, not a handful, but relative handful, will be using the CUC application, the MIT application, the Georgetown application, etc. But the common application is the main driver of this process, of course. And so if you are familiar with the common application to most American colleges and universities, there's a page on there called the activities page. And when the typical international student gets to that page, they see that they can fill in information related to 10 different extracurricular activities that the student has pursued since he or she started high school, basically. And most students, most honest, earnest people looking at that would say, okay, I have so many characters to work with. I have so many words to work with, basically. I'm going to quickly summarize up to 10 activities that I've been involved in, and then I'm going to go click on the next page and move on to the essay. That is the worst mentality that you can have as an applicant to colleges, especially selective colleges in the United States, because the United States is all about going big or going home. The United States is all about public relations. It's all about branding. It's all about advertising. It's all about sales. Your job is to brand yourself. Your job as an applicant to a selective college or university in the United States is to sell yourself and put on a whole public relations campaign about you. And you got to have that mentality when you're completing applications to American colleges and universities. And so a typical international student would quickly rack their brain. Okay, what have I done outside of earning grades over my high school career? Oh, yeah, I help my mom at her business. Or, oh, yeah, I play football or soccer, as they say in the United States, for the last 4 years. And, oh, yeah, I did a community service activity at a local orphanage. And, oh, those are 3 activities. I'll fill those out and I'll move on. Well, first of all, you want to try to max out. You want to try to list 10 different activities. So don't go small, go big. I always say go big or go home. I want you to go to college. I don't want you to go home. So please try your very best to rack your brain and remember, hopefully, 10 distinct extracurricular activities that you have pursued during the summers between your high school years or the high school years themselves, during the high school years themselves. But then beyond that, you may be fooled into thinking, okay, well, I can only share 150 characters on this line or 100 characters on this line, and therefore I really can't elaborate on what I have achieved. But again, that would be taking it from the wrong perspective, the perspective of someone who thinks that the college application is just an exercise in filling out different fields on an online form. No, the college application is a public relations campaign in the United States. And so, yes, you should fill out as many of those fields as you possibly can on the activities page, distinct 10 activities that hopefully you've pursued during your high school career, both inside of the school, but also outside of the school and in your community, in the neighborhood, if you've done online work or in the business, had a pre-college program, you name it, all of that can and should be included. If it's not on your high school transcript and it's something you've achieved in high school or during your high school years, it should be on that activities page of the common application. But let's say you've done 12 activities. Well, you only have space for 10 of them. Let's say you've only done 5, but you've done them to an extreme degree where you have a lot to say about those 5 activities. The typical international student would just throw up their hands and say, okay, I got to go on to the essay because there's no more space to talk about this, and they obviously don't want to hear more about my activities, the end. You're not going to be a typical international applicant. You're going to be an international applicant who's going to put on a full-fledged public relations campaign in order to earn admission to the colleges you're applying to in the United States of America. So what are you going to do differently? Well, there's a couple places you can share more details about hopefully the depth and breadth of what you've accomplished in the extracurricular realm during your high school career and during the summer between each grade in high school. Where are these locations? Well, number one, on the common application, on the writing page of the application, there is a field where it asks you very it's a very benign sounding question, but below the essay, it says something like, is there any additional information you would like to share? It's in the additional information section of the Common App's writing page. Most students will say, no, there's no additional information I have to share. Especially international students will say there's no additional information I have to share, and they'll move on, and that will be it. But if you say, yes, there's additional information I have to share, a new field opens up, a new text box opens up, and 650 additional words are available to you. That is the space that all international students should use to elaborate on one or more of the extracurricular activities they've already shared skeletal information about on the activities page. But here now in the additional information section of the writing page is where you should elaborate on all the roles and responsibilities, accomplishments, and achievements you have with one or more extracurricular activities that did not fit into the activities page of the Common App because it is so short, it's so brief, there are just so few characters to work with. But again, let's say you're a really exceptional student, you're an all-star with community service, maybe you play a few sports, maybe you've had a couple summer jobs, maybe you've done a pre-college program or two, and you have 15 different distinct activities to share. Then this is your best friend, this additional information section, because with 650 words, you can elaborate using basically the same format as the activities page, but you want to elaborate on what you've achieved and accomplished within each of those activities. So again, some of my international students will just elaborate on one or two or three extracurricular activities that they want to share more about than they were able to share about in the activities page. But others will use that additional information section of the writing page to share details about extracurricular activities that didn't make the cut on the activities page at all, because let's say they have 12 or 15 extracurricular activities total. They listed their first 10 on the activities page, but they want to list number 11 through 16 on the additional information page, and maybe also share a little additional information about maybe some of the activities that warrant more attention from activities 1 through 10 on the activities page. So it's extremely important that you use every blank space on that application, whether it be the Common Application or the UC application, the MIT application, or the Georgetown application, what have you, to really sell yourself. Remember, the United States is the land of sales. It's the land of branding. It's the land of public relations. Someone's always trying to sell you something. So for admissions readers who are brought up in that environment and are acculturated to wanting to be sold on you, you have to do the marketing campaign for yourself. If you're not willing to brand yourself, if you're not willing to market yourself, no one else is going to do that for you. That's on you as the applicant. It's not just a simple application form for an educational institution like it is almost everywhere else around the world. This is a public relations campaign. Now, beyond that additional information section of the writing page on the common portion of the Common Application, a handful of colleges in the United States also allow you to actually upload a full-fledged PDF resume to their supplement to the Common Application, which is an amazing opportunity to share even more details than you could on that additional information section, which is limited to 650 words. So let's say you do have a lot to share about one or more extracurricular activities that simply does not fit on that activities page, and you would maybe have more than even just one activity that you want to share a great deal about. You could theoretically upload a 2-page resume to your supplement to colleges like the University of Pennsylvania or to colleges like University of Maryland even. So it's not just the very, very hyper-selective colleges that allow you to upload PDF resume to their supplements. There are also less selective schools that give you that opportunity as well. So again, a typical international applicant would see that and say, well, I've already completed my activities page. I might as well not do anything else here and just skip that option to upload a PDF resume. That, again, should not be applicable to you. You want to upload a full-fledged PDF resume if you can. Now, if you do that, don't neglect still filling out to the best of your ability the activities page on the Common Application. Now, there are some students who will do a PDF resume in their supplement to the Common App and fill out the full-fledged activities page of the common portion of the Common App, but then leave the additional information section of the writing page blank. But I often tell students don't do that because some colleges you're applying to may actually not allow you to upload a PDF to their supplement with a full-fledged resume on it. So as a result, you want to have that backstop or insurance policy of having at least a 650-word resume in the additional information section of the writing page. Whew, I got through a lot very quickly. If you want to learn more actually about how to put together a beautiful, and actually I would argue an extraordinary extracurricular resume for your college applications, there's a link below this video that you can click on to my short course of how to build an extraordinary extracurricular resume. It's so cheap, this course. So definitely think of purchasing that as you are putting together your awesome college applications for admission to American colleges and universities. If you want even more guidance on selling yourself, marketing yourself, and putting on a full-fledged public relations campaign as you drive toward your ambition of getting into your top American colleges and universities, of course, you should visit my website, CollegeMeister.com, to learn more about my Meistermind Monday course. It's not really a course, it's really a group. It's a members-only group where you can meet with me weekly and we can go over the latest news and notes related to the world of college admission. I can answer your quick questions on a weekly basis. What an amazing opportunity to take advantage of that Meistermind Monday group. And also, I offer one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested in one-on-one college admissions coaching, you should also visit me at CollegeMeister.com. The links to all that is right below this video as well. I hope you enjoyed this next video in a series of videos I'm doing on the biggest mistake that internet mistakes, not just mistake, goodness me, it's quite a few mistakes that very well-meaning international students make when applying to selective colleges and universities in the United States. Stay tuned for more. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because more in this series will be coming out over the coming days, weeks, and months, hopefully. Until next time, my name's Craig, the CollegeMeister. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you soon.